Hi lovelies, this is Cherie from Divine Visions with your Divine Twin Flame Pick a Card reading, and this is for what's going on with the Divine Masculine. We're going to have a look at what's going on within the 3D realm, and also we'll have some 5D messages coming through as well. Now I've got four cards for you to choose from. I've got the Good Tarot, Crystal Vision Tarot, the Greek Mythic Tarot, or the Psychic Tarot for the Heart cards, okay? So I'll just give you a moment to focus on the cards, and I'll put the timestamps down in the comments below for you, okay? Okay, so if you chose the Good Tarot, we're going to first have a look at where the Divine Masculine is at right now within himself. And this is within the 3D realm that we're going to be looking at first of all, what's actually going on with him right now. Let's see where the Divine Masculine is at right now. Okay, we've got the Ace of Fire, which is all about courage and embracing a new path. Okay, this Divine Masculine is actually trying to overcome a situation where he is feeling quite anxious, okay? He's going through a lot of stress in his mind currently right now, but he's trying to overcome this with this new inspiration, new passion, new surge of energy coming through. I just want to see what else is coming through with this as well. It's definitely around the communication. He's trying to, and you know, the swords are always about logic or intellect. It's all about communication, it's the thoughts, that kind of thing. And I feel like for him, I'm actually getting the word courage around communication, like the Divine Masculine may be trying to, you know, bring about this courage within himself to come forward and speak to you, and it's actually causing him a lot of anxiety. He doesn't know what to say. This is for some of you who have no contact or had some words between you said, and now there's been issues with communication. There might be no contact at all, or there may be just little bits here and there. But it's like he feels really bad about something. This is what I'm getting really strongly, is that in his mind, he's going around the last conversations that you've had in the past. It's actually playing out in his mind. And, yeah, he's really feeling quite, perhaps some of them are feeling guilty over what has transpired between the two of you. And this courage, once again, like I feel like he's trying to bring about this courage to step forward and make contact and communicate. Look, we've got the communication here again. Wow, okay. This particular Divine Masculine may not necessarily know how to put words together, basically, like how to come forward and actually speak to you and express his feelings or express what he really wants to say. It comes out the wrong way. And it's like, it's confusing and it's frustrating as well for both of you. Because on one hand, there's something he's holding back on something. It's like the Divine Feminines know that there's something he's just not coming forward with and talking about or saying. It's like he's holding on to some truth within himself. Like, I don't know whether it's secrets, if some Divine Feminines feel that the Divine Masculine is being secretive about something or just holding back on what he truly wants to say to the Divine Feminine. But there's definitely something that he wants to really come forward and say. It could be an apology. It could be expressing his true feelings for you. So that's really interesting. And I feel like for him too, he has been, for a lot of Divine Masculines, they are actually, you know, looking or spying, I guess we could say the word spying on their Divine Feminines through social media. That kind of thing as well could be occurring. And he might be just trying to gauge where you're at in your life at the moment and when's the best time that he can step forward and actually make contact again with the divine feminines, because it feels to me that the divine feminine has been pretty pissed off with this with this divine masculine and what's actually occurred between the two of them, and also there's some sadness there as well within the divine feminine. Things didn't turn out quite the right way. It might have been that there was just a text message sent through that perhaps was really quite blunt and hurtful. Or there's just something that was just like a clean cut, a clean break where you just didn't have nice words with each other, or, as I said, it was just like a clean cut away from each other, or someone's blocked someone else. It could even be blocking someone in the 3D, could be on social media, could be on the phone, blocking someone, but it feels to me like he wants to come forward and make amends now. How's he feeling towards you? Yeah, there's some internal conflict going within him. Like, this is on the mental aspect of it as well again. So he's feeling quite conflicted about whether to come forward and speak up, or it might be about the timing of things as well, what he wants, when's the right time to come forward. Because it is related to the past stuff. It's related to things that have happened in the past. It's related to things that were said in the past that were hurtful and that he wishes he could take back, and that he wishes he could change. See the peace? The doves represent the peace. So he wants to bring about peace in this connection with you. He just doesn't know how to at this stage. His demons, his inner demons from the past, and anything that happened between the two of you, he knows there's a very special meaning, like a very special connection between the two of you, and that there's a higher purpose there for you guys. He knows this on a very deep level, but it's almost like he's still trying to, there's shadows being cast on him, actually. It's like he's trying to come out of this hazy anxiety, this guilt, this feeling of being sorry. It's also some frustration and anger on his side of things as well. And it feels to me like this particular divine masculine might have run away, and he may be now trying to work out and gauge how he can come back into this and make it right again. And there's a divine feminine right here, the Queen of Earth. So this could be relevant to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or just the earthy qualities within the divine feminine. And he's really trying to bring this into his life as well. Like, he really focuses on this divine feminine, and he sees that she is in this, she's getting her life together. She's focusing on her own health and well-being and nurturing herself and trying to move on in life. He feels it. Some of these divine masculines actually feel that the divine feminine has forgotten about them. He's very curious as to what's going on. He feels like he's losing her, actually. But then we got the Six of Air. We're getting all these air cards here, which is really interesting. For this particular divine masculine, it's all the mental stuff going on here in his mind. And he's seeing that the divine feminine is moving forward in life. As I said, she's moving from the past pain between them, and she's just getting on with her life, and he's freaking out about that. Yeah, there's a celebration card, the social, the networking, all that stuff. She's really moving on and up in the world, and she's focusing on her friendships and her family and just moving on. It's like, see how she's focused on this clarity here, the positives, moving forward out from this darkness. It could be the dark night of the soul phase even, and she's now getting out of this and she's moving forward, and she's trying to bring about this, nurturing herself through her friendship circles and just opening her heart to all that's positive in her life. But I feel like he's really torn. He's really feeling like, oh my God, what have I done? Yeah, because he may even be seeing this on social media, her friendship circles, the photos she's posting, the statuses, or whatever it might be. He's even feeling it on that level anyway, energetically, spiritually. You guys are telepathically connected, so he will be picking up on that, especially with the mental side of things here. So yeah, this is about what he's at right now. He wants to come forward and communicate. This is a defensive position. I'm just going to have a look at what that's about. He might feel the divine feminine is defensive and that she's got her walls and her guard up against him right now. And that she is once again moving forward in her life. This is a Chariot. She's strong, divine feminine, moving forward. She's not putting up with shit anymore. This is what he's feeling. This is what he's seeing here. And he's sad. See, he's looking into the past. He's looking into the love that that connection you both had, and the love that you share on a deeper level past all the crap. There's that love and the hurt and the happy memories. And he's looking back into that. And that's what he's doing late at night when we see that Nine of Air card that came up. He's actually, this is it here, staying up late at night, going over in his mind over and over about what went wrong or what was said and what he should not have said or what he should have said or how it all panned out with the divine feminine. He's really at a loss for words. He doesn't really know what to say, even though he wants to come forward and make amends. See, he's at a loss. He's suffering in his in the 3D, in the physical realm right now. He's actually suffering. He really misses his divine feminine. Okay, what's he doing? He's keeping the faith, though. See, that's what he's doing. He's keeping the faith right now that this is all going to come about. Let's see. Yeah, he's keeping the faith that in the physical, there is going to be you two coming back together. He wants this. He wants this. He wants, oh, look at this, the twin flame card. He knows that you are twin flames. This divine masculine knows that you're twin flames, or knows that there is a special connection. He may not label it as a twin flame, but he knows that, you know, in his way of understanding it, that you're definitely ultimate soulmates, or that there's some unexplainable energy between the two of you. He just can't explain it, but he knows it's there. This is the message coming through. This is the courage. This is the new pathway moving forward towards you. I feel this divine masculine is going to make a move towards you. He's going to make communication. There's going to be contact. But he's also sitting back waiting at the moment, gaining his courage, still seeing what you're doing on social media, or, you know, if he's driving past your house or whatever it might be, but he's sitting back and he's observing at the moment. He's just waiting to find that right time to come forward. See, he's gaining strength and courage. What does he want you to really know right now? He wants you to see the truth to the situation. He's also trying to find the truth to the whole situation as to how to fix this. But he also wants the divine feminine to really... he seems to think that she's just moved on, that she has just forgotten all about him, and she's pissed at him, or she's upset with him, and she's just moving on and she's blocked him out. And he doesn't realize that this particular divine feminine might be doing those things, but deep down, she really wants him to come for her. She wants him to communicate with her and make it right. She wants to know the truth of what he feels. She wants to know the truth of anything in the past that he might have been secretive about. She wants him to come forward and be transparent. And she doesn't want him to give up either. He doesn't want her to give up, see? This is a card that says, at the time of feeling like giving up, there's strength that suddenly comes in, and you hang in there. So both of you are hanging in there. Even though you're currently not together, there is a hanging in there, and you can both feel it, you both know it. Okay, so what is his challenge right now? He's scared to move forward into the new chapter. He's scared that the divine feminine is just going to cut him right down. It feels to me like he's still on his journey trying to gather more wisdom and his lessons in life. He is actually coming to an awakening of, you know, I feel like he is and has been analysing a lot of what's going on. Here's another King of Water. There we go. It's representing the divine masculine, which could be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It doesn't have to be, but it can be because of these qualities here. It could be the qualities of the very sensitive, emotional, or, he's reached his emotional maturity. And so I feel like the challenges are for him is that he hasn't just yet reached this, but he's on his way. And he feels like he's got to be able to be on the same level as the Divine Feminine because she's come through into her wisdom and power. Through the lessons, she's had enough. She's gone through so much stuff in her past lives, through this connection with her twin flame, and now she's moving on. She's like, she can see, right, the higher perspective to everything that's going on. Even if she has got some frustration and confusion, it's coming to her. And so he feels that he needs to be able to, he knows he has to be transparent because she can see. She can see like a higher perspective to what's going on within him. She can see exactly where he's at in his life and what's going on and what he needs to do. And his challenge is to come forward and emotionally express himself to this strong Divine Feminine. He's feeling a bit freaked out and intimidated by that. See, the Ten of Water is emotional fulfillment. This is what he wants to get to. That is a challenge for him right now. Because of communication, right? This is the main cause issue, the core issue, I should say. The main core issue is communication. He has to have the courage, he has to find the courage to communicate with his Divine Feminine from an emotional, mature perspective here. So in order for him to do that, he has to acknowledge what he's done and actually be real. He has to be real and genuine, and if he really wants to come forward to the Divine Feminine, there's something he has to let go of in his past. It could be a karmic relationship. It could be something that he's holding on to, resentments, or just not being able to see or let go of the fact that, okay, yes, he has done something that's caused, that's causing a block in their relationship, or whatever it is, if he keeps running away or whatever it is. This Divine Feminine will know what the issue is with her Divine Masculine. And communication is a huge thing here. Tower moment. He has to break down the old structures of his life. He has to face those challenges, everything that he's trying to hold on to in his life that no longer serve him. He has to get to a point of being able to say goodbye and release and, surrender to it, let go of it, grieve if he has to, heal the pain and move forward to the Divine Feminine, because his own past stuff, whether it's addictions or relationship issues, whatever it is, there's something blocking their connection. It's more than just communication. It's the communication, right? He has to obviously communicate with the Divine Feminine, but there's things he has to do in the physical within himself, even on an internal level, before communicating with the Divine Feminine. So he's at the moment trying to gain this courage to come forward to tell her something. It could be an apology, it could be expressing his feelings, but he knows he has to be at that point of being ready to move forward with her. When he makes contact with her, he knows he has to actually be ready to move forward with her. And that's what freaks him out, because he's still holding on to a lot of the stuff from the past. Now, this particular Divine Feminine also might be holding on to some things, but she has gone through a hell of a lot of her journey and her healing, and there's been lots of tears, there's been lots of grieving, there's been lots of letting go, there's been a dark night of the soul for this particular Divine Feminine. She's been through it. But he hasn't yet. Or he may just be on the brink of going through it right now. Because he needs to go through that in order to realize how much he needs and wants this connection to work, because they have a mission to do together. And he realizes that, he knows, as I said before, that they are special. Together, they're special. They're twin flames. They have a mission to do here. In his 5D self, he definitely knows it. I'm going to get to that in a moment. But, he has all this stuff to deal with, and he knows he has to deal with it. It's like an epiphany's come to him, like he just knows that he has to deal with this. This could be a karmic relationship in his life that he needs to sort out. And the divine feminine is waiting. She's sitting back waiting and saying, I'm observing. She's observing him from a distance, seeing what he's about to do. What are you going to do? You know, are you going to deal with this shit once and for all and then come to me and say what you need to? Because that's what this is all about here. Now, what is his special message from the 5D? This is him in the 5D, okay? What does he really want you to know? These are so hard to shuffle, but anyway, we'll give it a go. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at the picture first. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. So you guys have had so much going on between you that when you do make contact again, that you need to be able to start this off even with the friendship. You need to nurture that. Because I don't feel like you guys can just suddenly just rush in again into this romantic kind of passion, even though it's already there. It's like you have to nurture the friendship aspect of it and gain that trust back in there and that loyalty again. But from the 5D perspective, he's telling you that's what he wants with you right now. He knows that even if you can't open up to him, you know, open your heart up to him as in like a relationship or sexual components or anything like that, passion, he wants this friendship with you at least. He actually wants just to have a connection with you. He wants to let you know that he can be trustworthy. And he's saying to you, do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. So what this is meaning is that his 5D self is saying to you that you're a beautiful person. He recognizes this. He sees this caring, nurturing, energy within you, this beautiful aspect to you, this quality that is just beautiful. He sees this and he sees that you are a caring, kind person, but he wants you to focus on yourself as well. He still wants you to be able to be that strong divine feminine, but not to lose sight of this caring, genuine, gentle, kind person that you are. Because you might become strong, but you don't want to become bitter. And that's what he's saying here. Don't become bitter. Really, just keep moving into this energy because it's going to bring you back together, I feel, as well. It's going to help that, you know, if you're able to keep this energy within yourself, this kindness and this loving energy, and to yourself, like nurturing yourself, it's helping him to come closer to you and heal himself as well. So that's that message for you guys. I hope that's really helped you today. Okay, if you picked card 2, this is the Crystal Vision cards. And we're going to have a look at where the Divine Masculine is at on the 3D to start with. What's going on with him? Okay, let's see. Where is he at currently within himself? Okay, this particular Divine Masculine is going through a tower moment. Everything is going wrong in his life, which means that, as we know, it's a hidden blessing. What I call shit hitting the fan. When everything can go wrong, it will. And so for him, there's a hell of a lot going wrong in his life. It's like it's all the things going wrong so it can bring him into where he's meant to be. He's not aware of this right now. He's just feeling like crap. He's feeling like a bit of a victim at the moment. Okay, there's the Ace of Swords, which is clarity. Let's have a look. Communication, clarity. Oh, yeah. He's definitely going through this transition, my God. So I also get the word epiphany with the Ace of Swords. So there's an epiphany coming to this Divine Masculine right now. He is going through the transition. He is in the dark night of the soul, surrendering to the process. And because there's this epiphany here, right? And I feel like, yes, he's playing victim at the moment, but he's also realizing on a subconscious level even, it may not even be a conscious thing right now for him, even though it's coming to him, this awakening. But the feeling mostly is that he's feeling like, oh my God, like so sad and just like, why? I keep hearing why. He's saying, why is this happening to me? So this could be a loss of job, Could be that he has to sell his house. Could be a breakup in a karmic relationship. This uprooting of energy. Everything's unearthed. Everything's coming up. All these Page of Swords here. It's communication related as well. So you guys may not even be in communication. At this stage, you might be withdrawing as he's going through all of these issues. And if there is communication, it may not necessarily be really pleasant communication. He might be lashing out, or he may be just, blocking you. This is also the social media. He could be looking at you on social media, wondering what's going on with your life, because this could also be all around. This could also be how he feels around this twin flame connection. Why? I keep hearing why. He's feeling really hopeless, really lost at the moment. But this epiphany will come in for him, I feel. Yeah, it's like everything he's ever earned in his life or worked hard for, it's like it's being taken away from him. There are so many things changing in his life. He doesn't know whether he's coming or going. He doesn't know he doesn't feel settled where he is, like even location-wise or in his own home. He doesn't feel settled. And I do feel like there is this eruption or some kind of a real explosive kind of energy happening with the karmic relationship for a lot of them who are in karmic relationships, that this is just, oh God, everything's shifting. Everything is shifting. Truths are being revealed for him now. He's moving forward out of it, see? He's going to move forward out of it. I feel like this is the major tower moment for this divine masculine, where he's going to start realizing what is really important to him in his life. Everything that was important or that he thought was important to him is coming crashing down now. And he's going to really realize that they weren't really what they were meant to, they weren't what he thought he wanted. What he thought he wanted isn't meant to be. So he's going to really start finding himself. And through this, there's a lot of sadness. There's a feeling of being backstabbed or betrayed. So he feels that someone has betrayed him, or they have betrayed him. He feels out in the cold. As I said before, there's internal conflict going on within him. He's feeling really alone. He feels like he doesn't know who to trust. And so he could be lashing out at people and also withdrawing. So there's this rage coming up within this divine masculine as he's undergoing this particular change in his life. But there's also a lot of sadness in this, and a lot of withdrawing, and a lot of the need to reflect and analyze. Yeah, he's going to have to go through a recovery mode, take some time out to withdraw. As I said, withdraw and take some time out and really reflect and recover from all of the crap that's going on in his life. There's a lot of loss. There could even be a physical death in his life as well, whether it be a family member or anyone in his life. But it doesn't always represent a physical death. It can represent, obviously, spiritual kind of death. It's like the old him is just being shed away. But there could also be a physical death in his life for some divine masculines that they're dealing with. Now I want to see how he's feeling towards the divine feminine. There he is, the King of Wands. So he's feeling quite passionate towards the divine feminine, even though all this stuff's going on, or this stuff might actually trigger this feeling within him. There's a lot of passion here for the divine feminine. Oh, he loves the divine feminine. Look at this. We've got the King of Wands and the King of Cups. Now, the King of Wands could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or it may just be a divine masculine that holds these qualities of that real passion and the leadership qualities. Someone who's very charismatic, that kind of person that's just got energy. There could be some anger within this divine masculine. He could have some ego attached to him as well. But I'm seeing someone that's trying to balance this all out. He's going to. I feel like he has a strong passion for the divine feminine. He really does. He sees that she is this beautiful, creative person. She's inspiration for him. He wants to communicate with the divine feminine. I feel like he's coming forward. So I don't know if you guys are in contact. Some of you may be, but if you're not, It looks like he's going to be making contact. There's a Queen of Swords. This could be a divine feminine who's an Aries, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone who holds those qualities, but someone who's very strong in themselves and knows exactly what they want. It's also communication. So I feel really strongly that he is going to make contact with you. Yeah, look at that. We got the Strength card here. It's almost like because she's so strong in herself, that he sees that she is his strength. So through all of the dark night of the soul stuff, this crap that's going on, the Tower moment, he's going to be wanting to reach out to the divine feminine. Because you are his world. This is the success in completion. Right? A chapter coming to an end. The cycle, the end of that cycle. So this divine masculine is definitely not going back to that past chapter. He's letting go of that chapter. It's inevitable. It's not even something that he can control. He can't even hold on to it even if he wanted to. But as I said, during that transition, he's going to realize those things weren't what he wanted anyway. Build a new path for security, a whole new path. Building that ground foundation, right? That foundation, a strong foundation. Oh yeah, see, towards the Ten of Pentacles, which is that security, it's the wealth, it's the loyalty. We've got the wolf here for loyalty, it's the pack, it's the clan, it's the family. He wants to be able to have a life with the divine feminine. He wants to be able to rebuild his life, right? On this path towards the divine feminine, where it's all a new path, it's secure, and the past is way behind you. Both. So what are his challenges right now? Well, he's finding it really hard right now to maintain balance, okay, in his life. This is the giving and sharing card, like the giving and receiving. They're having that balance, but he can't have that right now because whilst he's going through the Tower moment, he doesn't feel like he's got much to give. He feels a bit worthless at the moment. See, there's a discontentment and boredom. And that's what's going on internally within him. And I do feel physically things are actually literally falling away from his life. And as I said, it could be a job that he just finds that he's lost a job, or has money issues, or whatever it is, a relationship that goes wrong. There's this discontent, there's dissatisfaction with the life he's presently living. And he thinks back to the divine feminine constantly. I just dropped a card. Yeah. So this one is the Emperor. He wants to come into this Emperor role, but he's not feeling at this strong Emperor, this like this leading role. He's not feeling that, right? Because he's got to gain the courage to move into this new path towards the divine feminine. And whilst he's feeling worthless and useless at the moment and being a victim, he's not going to be moving right into that energy straight away. He's moving into this. Well, he's got to heal and recover first, doesn't he? So there's internal issues, there's competition, there's competitive energies around him. He feels like others have got it in for him. And they might do. But then again, we see the clarity moving into better, after the battle, he's moving forward into the light, reaching that clarity. So I do see that's going to happen for him. And justice is happening. So once and for all, we're talking about karmic lessons here. He's letting go of the karmic stuff and he's moving forward into a brighter future. And it's almost like he has forgiven himself. Like, it's almost like if he looks at himself and thinks, I've done so much wrong in my life and I'm guilty of this and that, and he's got to forgive his own sins. It's kind of like that, going through that process of cleansing. And that's what he's going to be doing, see? The Sun. Purification. Moving into the positive realm, thinking positively. Abandoning the old to find himself, to get back on path with his divine feminine. Because he loves the divine feminine. That's the past stuff. Once again, a breakthrough, victory. of being able to leave the past behind and get through that dark night of the soul phase, get through the crap that's going on, and find himself. There's this self-love that he's going to be finding within himself through the regrets and the past sorrow. So yes, it's going to take some time for him to get back on track and balance his life out, even in the physical, and it's going to be hard work on his part to get his life back together in order to be with the Divine Feminine. He wants to come into this role of the King of Pentacles, who could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or it may just be the earthly qualities of someone who's very strong and practical and reliable and is able to build their empire and get that, have that wealth and stability in their life. That's what he needs and wants, and he wants to get to that point before he is able to, he wants to give something to the Divine Feminine in the physical. So what is your 5D message from your Divine Masculine? Where is he at in the 5D? Oh, one fell down here. Just making sure it's the only one. Yes, it is. Okay, so we've got this one. And it says passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So whilst he's going through all this stuff, this is on the 3D, but in the 5D, he's saying that you know that you connect on the 5D, whether it be through your dreams or your meditations, the passion is still strong. It's there. And the Divine Feminines, he's feeling that around you. This is why I feel, which has caused, helped to cause all of this tower moment to come about as well. It's like it has orchestrated all these events, not just the passion, but I'm saying this connection between the two of you. It's like that magnetic attraction. So it's a magnet pulling him towards you. Everything's going to go wrong in his life because it's not meant to be. You guys are meant to be together. And so the passion is what's actually drawing him in as well. So he's feeling this even on a subconscious level in his spiritual self, feeling this passion right there. And he does love you. He does feel really strong, passion for you. As we saw before, he wants to come forward and offer you something, but he's not right now able or capable because of his, the limiting things that are happening in his life. He's limited at the moment. So he doesn't feel, he wants to let you know that he is not shutting you out intentionally. It's not like something he doesn't mean to cause harm or hurt for you. He really is just at a loss. He feels unworthy in his life with the way things are. He feels like he's helpless. He can't help how things are right now. And you may be misinterpreting that or getting a very different message from him. You might be thinking he doesn't want anything to do with me. He doesn't love me anymore. He's not feeling this connection with us. But he actually is. So let's see what else. We've got these other cards here. What else he wants you to know. Okay, let's see. Oh, wow, look at this. The union of hearts. There is a connection of love that defies explanation. Wow, this is a beautiful card, this one in the whole deck. This is the twin flames. And he's saying that he knows that you are twin flames. He knows. In his soul, he knows that you guys are meant to be together, and this is why he's trying his hardest to get through all of the challenges that have occurred for him in his life. He's coming to that epiphany, right? And he knows that there is a connection of love that defies explanation. He can't explain it, but he knows it's there. So within him in the 3D, when we're talking about him in the 3D, he may not necessarily label it as a twin flame connection. He may not know about twin flames, but he definitely knows there's a connection that cannot be explained. and he feels that passion, and he just yearns to be with you. So he wants you to know that he's coming. He is coming towards you. And, you know, see the beautiful flowers on her? It represents fertility. It represents growth and abundance. It's life. It's growing. It's blossoming. And this is what he wants with you, is a life where you can blossom together and have this passion in the 3D as well as the 5D. Now, if you guys have been together in the physical before, then this is even, you know, he knows what this is like already with you. And he's thinking about that. And it's driving him towards you. It's like his focus is really on the heart-centered energy here. Like he can feel it in his heart. Like he feels this love so strong. And it's confusing to him in the 3D because as much as he knows it, he's also frustrated because he feels like he can't give the divine feminine what she requires or needs. You know, he feels worthless at the moment. But I feel like he's still going to be building himself up and coming towards the divine feminine. Because that passion and this love is so strong, he wants to find out more about it. He wants to come back, I'm hearing. He wants to come back to the divine feminine, which is just amazing. So I hope that's helped you guys today. Okay, so if you chose card 3, this is the Greek Mythic Tarot. I'm going to find out where the divine masculine is at on the 3D. In the 3D realm. What's going on with him? So where is the divine masculine currently at within himself right now? Ace of Swords, Epiphany, Clarity. Let's have a look at what else comes up. We've got the Page of Wands. He wants to make communication. He wants to make contact, I should say. He wants to communicate. He's feeling restless. Wow, I'm getting a positive energy around this divine masculine. He really wants to come forward. This energy is so strong. Like he really has hope and faith, like he's on his way to communicating with the divine feminine. Page of Pentacles. Let's have a look at what else comes up with that one. You know, I get this. We've got 2 pages here. It really feels like he is just feeling so much love in his heart. It's like got this childlike quality to him as well. Like he's just, I'm hearing he's in love. He's in love with you. He knows he's in love with you. He can't wait to come forward and tell you about this. Like, see, he's feeling victorious. Like he's won a prize, which he has. A divine feminine is a prize to him. He's waiting to share. He wants to share some good news with the divine feminine. And it could be that he's suddenly realized, you know, what the value of this relationship or connection that you both share. It's like it's been on his mind. He's been wishing upon a star for a while now. He's been keeping his hopes and faith up that this is going to be okay. Because the communication is a real big thing here. We've got the Ace of Swords, we've got the Page of Wands, which is a messenger, and we're talking about him coming forward with something important to tell the divine feminine, and he's feeling positive about this. He's got this love in his heart. He wants to come forward. Got the 8 of Cups. He's abandoning something. Okay. I'm hearing that the divine feminines have thought that he, you know, whether he's been in a karmic relationship or has just kept his options open, which has caused a fair bit of pain. I feel like this particular divine masculine somehow left, you know, he might have run away from the divine feminine. He might have gone off and had a life for a while. And she's felt abandoned by that. And now he wants to come back and let her know, no, I actually realize the value and your worth and our worth together, and I want to come back with you. He's actually choosing the divine feminine. He wants her to know this. It's like he's had that epiphany. because he sees her as the Empress. He sees her as the beautiful divine feminine, right? The divine mother, like he sees as maternal, nurturing, beautiful, loving, divine feminine. He knows that she's the one for him. The Hermit. He's gone through his time of reflection. He's gone within himself and really analysed and internally, reflected upon this whole connection with the divine feminine. See, there's the Lovers card. In traditional tarot, I think, well, I don't even know now, I'm trying to remember. But in most tarot cards, they have just the two lovers there. But this particular one is showing, once again, options. I get that there was a karmic in his relationship, in his life. There's a relationship that he's had, and the divine feminine was pissed off and has gotten upset because he's been attached with someone who she knows is just not right for him because it's a karmic. And she's been really wanting him to just break free from that and come after her, you know. This divine feminine has waited patiently with her divine masculine. She's sent him love, all those things. But then she's gotten to a point where she's just thought, I need to walk away. I'm too hurt. This is too painful. And now he's come to the realization within himself, right, on a solo journey, whatever it is, he's realized. It's almost like there was this, when I say epiphany, it's like that light bulb moment of something that's just suddenly been revealed to him, that he realizes that, oh my God, this is the person that I love. This is the person that I'm meant to be with. I'm hearing she was right. She was right. So it feels like the divine feminines, in some cases, have actually told the divine masculine that they're twin flames, or that there's some special connection, or that they're meant to be together. And at the time, he ignored it. Right? And now this is him wanting to rebuild his way back to her and offer her something of value. He's got to prove his worth to her. And he's been working hard on himself. Even in his physical life, with his working hard. He's been looking at his past, realizing that all the lessons from the past, you know, it's like he's come to realize that that was all for a reason, and now he wants his new start with the divine feminine. How is he actually feeling towards you? You are his world, and he knows this now. He sees that you are what completes him in his life, you know, and I know that sounds really cheesy. Like, you complete me, you know, that kind of thing, but it's so true. Like, you guys, he knows that when you're together, you are as one, right? That's what the twin flames are. And this could be a King of Cups. I'm sorry, it's blurred. I don't know why it's happened. The King of Cups, which could be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Or it may be someone, a divine masculine, that holds these qualities of an emotional, mature man who's very sensitive as well. Might be artistic, creative, poetic, that kind of thing. But he's got a very beautiful, loving energy. And he wants to come forward and just give her this life. I feel like he actually wants to come into like that union of marriage. Yet he's trying to be strong. He's also wanting the divine feminine to be strong in this process as well. Wants this new life with the divine feminine, this new path. He feels like he has to defend his position with the divine feminine. So maybe he feels that he's already lost her, like he's on his way, trying to prove to her that he is worthy, you know, of, you know, take me back. and it's just like feeling like he has to fight all the obstacles and get them out of the way. I know what it is now. It's the self-limiting beliefs that have held him back in the past, where he's felt like he wasn't good enough for the divine feminine, and he's moving forward past that. Working his way towards the divine feminine, juggling his life, keeping the balance together, having the, you know, building the courage up actually to move forward towards her. He's been scared that she won't take him back, I'm hearing, or that she won't open her heart to him and that she's become cold to him. He's worried about that. He's worried about how he'll be received from the Divine Feminine because he knows he hurt her in the past. And he knows that she's holding on to some past things there with them as well, like the hurt. He knows that she's holding the hope, though, holding hope that he will come back. Because she's had to do it really hard on her own for a while as well. There are rewards coming in. He wants her to know that he's able to give her those rewards now. Now, this could also be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or a Divine Masculine that holds a very strong energy where there's passion. He's a very passionate person. He takes action when it's needed. You know, when something needs to be done, he'll do it. He has built his life to where he needs to be right now. Like, he's really paid a lot of attention to his security in his life, and he wants to share that with the Divine Feminine. See the rewards. He wants to share the rewards with the Divine Feminine. This is the hopes and dreams and emotional fulfillment being, you know, emotional wishes coming true here. Wishes coming true. He's letting go. I feel like he's letting go of things that he wasn't able to, like he might have been in denial with. It could have been a karmic relationship, right? It could have been that he cheated on the Divine Feminine. It could have been that he wasn't being honest with her or had addictions, or because I feel like there was some kind of energy, like his attention was elsewhere, and that's why this came about and fell apart, because his attention was elsewhere and he didn't see the value in this with the Divine Feminine initially. And now he's coming forward and saying, I understand this connection now and I was stupid. You know, I made a mistake. All right, let's have a look at his 5D message to the Divine Feminine. What does he want you to know? What does he want you to know? Oh, gosh, they've all fallen down. Hang on a moment. These are hard to shuffle. I'm just going to grab them. Wow, that's full on. Okay, I might do this over the table a bit more. Oh, that one looks like one. What does he want you to know? This is his 5D message, okay? His spiritual self. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. So it may be that... Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay. So he's saying that a lot of the Divine Feminines are actually blaming him for how they're feeling. They're blaming everything on the Divine Masculine, when it could be so many other aspects of their life as well. It could be even past life stuff. It's not all his fault. He has come along as a catalyst, right, in your life to trigger all the past pain that you've experienced from childhood or past relationships. And because of the intensity of the connection between you and of how painful he triggers this stuff within you, it's only natural that the Divine Feminines are going to blame the Divine Masculine for causing that pain, because it's the most intense pain that someone can experience when they go through separation with their Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine. It's extremely painful. It's like someone's tearing your heart. You know, it's really painful. And so the Divine Masculine wants you to know that it's a bigger picture here. There's a much bigger picture to this involved. What is causing you to feel this way? Go to the core issue. Go back into whether you are feeling abandoned, or whether you're feeling worthless, or that you don't love yourself enough, or that you're questioning your own worth. Because it's interesting that this reading was about the fact that he had made the Divine Feminine feel abandoned or worthless, that she's not worthy. but he's coming back to prove that now. And so I feel that he wants you to look within and to realize that he's triggered that within you so that you can heal from that finally. You know, you got to go within yourself and really love yourself and nurture yourself and realize it's not your fault and it's not his fault. These are the lessons that were meant to happen for you to realize from a bigger perspective here that you are a divine being. You know, you've both got this special mission here on earth. You've got to be able to heal from the past lessons, the past pain. And while if you are blaming him or lashing out or closing off to him and, you know, just dwelling in that pain, it's going to be causing more of a separation between the two of you rather than bringing in this beautiful, you know, bringing in the healing energy and the love between you so that it can heal and you can be together again. So this is a very, very interesting and special message that he wants you to see, is that you need to look inside yourself also to see how beautiful you are and how worthy you really are, and that you are valuable and that this connection is worth fighting for. Okay, so let's have a look now at what else he wants you to know. Okay, so it says, be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. And that is so interesting because we're just talking about this in a way, is about opening your heart to love. If you open your heart to pain and, you know, dwell in that, you're going to be feeling more pain. And he wants you to know that if you're willing to go into that energy of love that you both share, that you both have within the two of you, for each other, when you're able to feel that and express that, even if it's in a meditation, even if you aren't in contact, being able to express it telepathically towards him, or in a meditation, or even towards yourself. You need to be able to love yourself first before being able to love or be able to express love to someone. And you receive more love the more you express. So being able to open your heart chakra, be able to do a meditation of healing your heart chakra perhaps. Being able to write down, you know, a number of things. It could be, you know, 20 things that you just really love about yourself, that you know, you can write down things that are just simple things like, I love that I am able to be creative, or I love that I'm a generous person, or whatever it might be. But there are things that about you that are really good, and you've got to be able to recognize them. That's what I feel like he wants you to see within yourself as well. That you're a valuable being and that you have a lot of love to share. You've closed off. So being able to open up first and foremost to yourself, give to yourself, and spend time with a pet. You know, it's about just enjoying the moment and just showing unconditional love towards yourself, towards your pet, towards your children, towards family, and then being able to open that heart up to your divine masculine. Telling him in a meditation all your feelings, you know, tell him how you really feel. Because in the 5D, he will get it. Even, you know, sometimes in the 3D, they can telepathically pick up on things even in the 3D. And it could be something simple that you do for yourself. It might be that you go and get a haircut or buy something nice for yourself. Just don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel guilty about giving to yourself, because it's really important. Because I feel like you have internalized when you have been abandoned or have felt like when someone else has done wrong by you, and then you internalize it and think that you're a bad person, and you're not. And this could go right back into your childhood. There's something you need to heal there. This is an inner child aspect of this as well. He wants you to look at the inner child within yourself and talk to her and be able to say, you know, this is the divine feminine's inner child. Being able to heal that inner child and let them know they're safe and loved and that they're not going to be hurt anymore. Oh my God, I'm just hearing, it's just so beautiful. I'm hearing it right now. He's saying, I love you, I love you. It's just so beautiful. Oh my God. And I'm hearing, please know your worth. Please know your worth. So let this be your assignment for the next however many weeks or whatever. Just working on yourself, opening your heart and healing the pain that you've closed off. You know, you've closed it down. You've shut down. So being able to, and it could be painful, there might be tears, but this is all part of the healing process. To be able to let it go once and for all, okay? So I hope that's helped you today. Okay, so if you've chosen card 4, Psychic Tarot for the Heart cards, we're going to have a look at what's going on with the Divine Masculine in the 3D. What's going on with him right now? Where is he at right now within himself? Okay, let's have a look. So this particular Divine Masculine may be feeling a bit bored in his life right now. He's discontent. He's feeling that dissatisfaction. But there is this belief and this feeling of victory that he's going to be able to succeed in something. So it feels to me like he's taking action, which is the physical. He's opening up to the possibilities of a better life here. He's had internal conflict on a mental level here. So there's something he's abandoning in his past here. I'm just going to keep pulling out more cards just to see what this is about. Okay, it's around the heart chakra. It's a relationship. Right, I feel like there is, for some Divine Masculines, they have been very bored in a relationship, whether it be a karmic relationship for them, and they're starting to open up now to the Divine Feminine. This is what I feel this is. They're starting to open up to that higher perspective here. They've had a lot of conflict in the past about perhaps leaving a relationship, a karmic relationship. And even for a lot of them, they haven't seen that it's going to work with the twin flame. Okay, with the Divine Feminine, they just haven't felt that it's going to work. But now they're starting to open up to the idea. Okay, so this is around love. They're feeling alone. Currently right now feeling alone because I still feel a block. Feels to me that even though he may realize that he wants to move forward and have victory with his Divine Feminine, he's still feeling like he's out in the cold. That, you know, there's been some changes in his life. Perhaps there's been, I don't know, feeling like he's just abandoned. It feels like he's abandoned the twin flame connection and he's also abandoning some karmic connection here as well. So he's not feeling very good or very confident in himself right now. He's going through a lot of battles in his mind. He's on a defensive, he's in a defensive position. So he's on the defense, which means that he might be a little bit closed off, even though I'm seeing him opening up, which is just a contradiction. But anyway, what I'm seeing is that he's opening up to the idea of there being success with a connection with the Divine Feminine, but at the same time, that's an idea right now. He's not taking action just yet. He might have made contact with the Divine Feminine, but he's still feeling this alone, right? He's still feeling this aloneness, this loneliness, feeling that he hasn't really got much to give to the Divine Feminine right now. He's choosing his battles. So yes, he might want to connect with the Divine Feminine, but he's also got a lot of issues going on within himself that he still needs to face things, right? There's some stuff that he's just not tapping into and healing. He's sitting back waiting to see what happens. He might have actually made contact with the Divine Feminine, sent through a message or you know, just something very simple, and now is sitting back waiting to see what happens. Or it may be that he's just about to make contact with the divine feminine. He might be looking at social media, that kind of thing with her, but he's just sitting back seeing what happens. So as I said, there's not full action coming together. Look at this, coming together. There's not full action with moving forward together right now. He's waiting to see what happens. So it's like he's dipping his foot in to see what the divine feminine does. So there might have been word from, you know, the divine feminine's probably heard along the grapevine somewhere along the lines of, okay, he's single, he's not in a relationship anymore, or it may be that the divine feminine is feeling on an energetic level even that there's something not right with his life and that, you know, he's going to make contact soon, but he's also sitting back waiting to see what she does. It's like he is not putting the action in, he's not putting the effort in right now. He's sitting back and observing from he's trying to see a different perspective on how to actually come towards a divine feminine, because he knows in the past it might not have worked. Now, for this particular twin flames here, there might have been some kind of painful separation, and he might have done something wrong, or the divine feminine might have told him to piss off, that kind of thing. You know, it just feels like to me that it's sort of like he laid his bed. I mean, he made his bed, he laid in it, that kind of thing. It's like you make your bed, you lie in it, and you've just got to put up with the life that you chose. You know, because for a lot of these divine masculines, they chose someone else or some other path over their divine feminine, and now are feeling quite alone because the divine feminines are not chasing the divine masculine right now. They're sitting back. So they're both sitting back, basically seeing what the others are doing. I want to get a bit more clarifying cards on this, because I want to see where he's at within himself. So we got the sacral chakra, which I always see it as like, yes, it's about creativity, that kind of thing as well, personal feelings, that kind of thing. But I'm getting a very strong thing with this, with the twin flames, is it's a sexual component. Okay, so it's a sexual connection. So this twin flame couple here, the divine masculine, divine feminine, may have had a sexual connection in the 3D. And yes, we all know how powerful that is. If you've been physically with your twin flame, you'll know how powerful it is. And it can bring up a lot of issues as well. But when we're looking at karmic relationships, whether the divine feminine's in one or even the divine masculine, they're both trying to, move away from that. But I feel like for him, it's almost like oh my God, what am I saying? This connection is so intense that they both want to give up on the feeling might be to give up on the whole connection altogether and walk away. Even though he might be feeling victorious and feeling like he's now a single agent and able to move back into the divine feminine's life, it's not going to be that easy, because the divine feminine isn't that available to him. Okay? As much as she might want him back and love him, she needs to see things happen first that he puts in place. She doesn't want to just come rushing back into this if he hasn't done any work within himself. They need to strengthen a bond and have that ground foundation, right? That strong, grounded energy. They need to be grounded. They need to have a strong foundation. There has to be trust and loyalty built again for the well-deserved reward. See? Rebuilding it again after all came crashing down last time. And he can't just expect that, that she's going to come back and do the work, because it doesn't work like that. He has to do the work for success and growth. He wants a quick fix, It's just like, it doesn't always work like that. He's got to actually pay attention to his lessons, the past lessons. I feel like this divine masculine is not learning something. Okay, let's have a look how he feels towards the divine feminine right now. This would be the Hierophant, so it's all about the sacred marriage, commitment, that kind of thing when it comes to twin flames. It's also about learning the lessons. Options, okay? Being able to make a decision and be able to recognize what's illusion and what's real. So he needs to be able to yeah, let me see what the next card is. Okay, now I understand it. So he's having clarity. He's actually gaining clarity towards the divine feminine and what she actually means for him. He wants to make a commitment towards her. He's actually realized now within his mind, his emotions, the way he feels, he wants to choose her, but he doesn't know how to actually come about, you know, because at the moment he's sitting back and observing. He doesn't really know how to make the first move towards the divine feminine. This is what he's feeling. He wants this healing. He wants the healing to happen between the two of you. He's hoping that the divine feminine has healed within herself and that she's not angry at him anymore. That she's going to reach out towards him. That's what he wants. But he also wants to reach out to the divine feminine. In the physical, see? He loves the divine feminine. He's got a strong love for her. He knows that there's a very strong connection between the two of them. He wants to come to this point where they are in union. Wants to move away from the past crap, the past hurt, the past pain, any regrets. He wants her to forgive him. Yeah, look, throat chakra. Communication. He wants to be able to come forward and say sorry to this divine feminine, I feel. He wants to move forward and actually express his regret. Take the lead. So he wants to put things into action and plans, put things into plan and take action. He actually wants to do that. He wants to confront his inner demons. So it's a good thing because in the first parts of the reading here, it looked to me like he's just sitting back and waiting for the divine feminine, but there is a lot going on within him on an emotional level here, and even in his mental state here. Like he is really reflecting on this whole thing with the divine feminine. He's feeling really remorseful, I feel, that he wants to come forward. New idea, clarity, finding balance, right, in his life. He's feeling a little bit... it's almost like he's been on a roller coaster ride, whether that be in his karmic, if there has been a karmic relationship, or just with the twin flame journey itself. And it's like he's gotten off the ride and he's trying to find his balance now. He's trying to get a clear mind and focus on what he's actually feeling. So currently he's really feeling quite perhaps confused about where he stands in this, what the next best move is to do. So he's going to take some time out to reflect. Just meditate, go within, recover a little bit, you know, get his balance, find his footing or whatever it's called. It's like he's trying to find where he stands in this whole thing. So he can spread his wings and find the courage to move forward towards the divine feminine. What are his challenges? He's finding it very hard to trust in his intuition at this stage because there's a lot of stuff going on in his mind. There's a lot of stuff going around and around, see? He's feeling sad and isolated, as we said before, feeling out in the cold, feeling alone. And this is in his mental conflict as well. So he's finding it hard to tune into his intuition when he's got all this stuff going on around in his mind. And it could be pain and grief from leaving a karmic relationship that's gone sour. It could be the twin flame connection that he's just feeling really bad about how things have turned out. And that's only for those who have a karmic connection. There might be some divine masculines who may just be going through some stuff in their lives. It may not necessarily be a karmic. Could be temptations here as well in his life. Could be sexual connections. It could be addictions. Could just be his own inner demons here that he's trying to face and fight against. You know, it could be guilt. Feeling helpless and hopeless. It's that self-limiting belief. He's feeling caged in. He's not feeling that he is at a point where he's confident to come forward to the divine feminine right now, even though he wants to. So let's see what else. Just one last thing here. He wants to get to a point of being able to give and receive to the divine feminine. He is keeping the faith that he can get to this point with her in the physical, okay? At the moment, he's not seeing any point. He's not able to see the point because he feels that she won't open up to him anyway. Because he's not at the right place within himself right now for this grounded energy. He's feeling quite helpless, feeling like he should just abandon this and move on. This is just aspects of him, even though I know he doesn't want to. But this is his anxieties and darkest fears coming up. He's also scared that the divine feminine is going to move on and forget about him entirely. That he's missed his chance with her again. See, the rebirth. He wants to have the rebirth with her. Forget the past, heal the past, and start again together. Now, what's his 5D message to the divine feminine? What does he want the divine feminine to know? Oh, there it is. Okay, it's my cat sneezing. Oh, you're right. So here we go. This is message here from the divine masculine. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. So his 5D self is saying to you that it's important to accept what is actually going on right now, not fighting against it. He realizes that in the 3D, he's going through a lot of stuff. He's trying to accept things that are occurring in his life. But he's also asking the divine feminine to, you know, focus on that inner peace and not trying to force things to happen right now before they're able to, because he's going through a process at the moment where he needs to heal. He needs to heal himself. He needs to reflect. He needs to go within and work on himself at the moment. He's not at the point of being able to really, you know, he's not at the point where he's confident enough and healed enough to be able to move forward into the divine feminine's life and pick up maybe where they were at last time, or start a fresh path. He's not at that point just now. So he senses the divine feminine's frustrations as to, you know, she may feel that he's just abandoned this. He may have just cut her off, and that there's a lot of pain that she's trying to work through as well, regarding how the separation happened. Even though she's accepted perhaps a lot of the things that, you know, there's still some hurt there within her. And so he's asking that she just tune into that inner peace and realize that things are still a process, and to be able to realize that it's like he's not intentionally trying to hurt her. He's just at this point in himself where he's trying to still find himself and where he fits in at this stage, even though I know he wants to move forward with her. You know, he wants to move forward with the divine feminine and embrace this new life and be that confident, happy person, and he's just not there yet. So this is why he's asking for the divine feminines to accept the process for what it is right now, because there's nothing else that can happen right now. And that she perhaps needs to also look within and find her own peace and healing within herself as well. Now, what else does the divine masculine want the divine feminine to know? Oh yeah, so weird. I'm just hearing right now as I'm shuffling, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm just hearing it, I'm sorry. He wants to come forward with an apology. He feels so sad for what has occurred between the two of you. This is on the 3D level. He's feeling really sad. In the 5D, he recognizes that he has, not so much that he's caused it, but he realizes that, well, he does realize that some of his actions have caused the pain within the Divine Feminine. And he's apologizing for that. And he's saying he loves you. Okay, let's have a look. Ah, beautiful. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. So really watching your language. What are you speaking about? What do you actually, how do you describe your divine masculine? How do you talk about your twin flame to others? Are you angry? Are you bitter? Are you, feeling really hurt and just feeling like, to hell with this and he can get stuffed kind of thing? You got to be able to watch your language on how you're actually, what kind of energy are you putting out there? Because he doesn't want you to be in this negative space. He doesn't want you to be hurting like this and angry. It's not good for your soul. And, I feel like he wants to make things right, even though we all know, right? You and I know that we have to heal ourselves. No one else can really heal us. But he wants to be able to also move forward by helping, by healing himself. And so speaking the language of love, like go into a meditation, go into that 5D realm with him and just let yourself, your loving, beautiful soul, connect with him in the 5D, because that's the truth. That is the true love there. All this hurt and all this surface stuff that's going on, all the issues and the triggers and everything and the lessons that are occurring in your life and in his life are the 3D things, this is the 3D aspects of, they're necessary. These lessons are necessary to strengthen your soul. It's to help you heal from the past so that you can join together for your mission together here. And being hurt, and that's okay to be hurt. You have to accept things the way they are, but you also have to try and heal them as well. You don't want to be in that place forever in yourselves. You don't want to be in that place of sadness and anger. It's not you. It's not who you truly are. So he wants you to watch how you're speaking. He wants you to speak the language of love to allow that energy to heal between the two of you and within you. And also to recognize, so that you can open up to him as well. When you're able to speak the language of love and connect with him and connect with your true, beautiful, loving self, this is where the healing can take place, and this is where miracles occur, and this is where the divine connection can begin to, come together in the physical again in a beautiful way. Because you're both made of this love, this divine source, the loving, the unconditional loving energy. And all this other stuff is just 3D crap. That these lessons, they're just crazy and they're painful, and it's about seeing the higher picture, the bigger picture as to why these things are triggering within the two of you. And really getting to the nitty-gritty and the core issues within yourselves, because it's not even to do with you both. He's not the one causing your pain. He's triggering it, but he's not causing it. He's triggering stuff that's already within you. So you need to be able to look within and heal from those things. Goes back to childhood usually, goes back to past lives. And you're both triggering each other so that you can fully heal this once and for all. But remaining and dwelling, if some of you are dwelling in anger and are thinking negatively about him and calling him names and swearing and cursing and whatever it might be, it's not helping. It's not helping this connection. It's not who you truly are anyway. It's just your inner child or the wounded soul talking, really. So this is what he's saying, is that he wants you to get back to that beautiful soul, connect with yourself, your true self. Connect with him, his true self in the 5D, and be able to speak the language of love together towards each other and join and connect. And, you know, this can actually bring about miracles in the 3D. So I really hope that's helped you today, and I look forward to connecting with you all next time. Love and blessings.